Times are tough right now, so I get this question a lot. Can you make money with your tractor? I'm going to answer that question. Hey, tell us in the comment section below how much you charge per hour and for what kind of job. In today's world, the cost of everything seems to be on the rise, and Tanya and I are looking for every way we can to save some money or make a little bit of extra money. So if you're new to our channel, take a look at us. We are always looking for ways to save money, either cutting our own lumber with our sawmill or planting our own garden. Always something new here. So we are formally inviting you to our homestead adventure. Let's get back to the subject at hand. I need some new ramps.
Yeah, I think so. You do too.
This one's the good one.
Look how straight that one is.
I think I want to slow down and have a fix-it day.
Smells so good. Wish I could smell it. Beautiful.
Hey, if you're a new tractor operator, I've got a tip for you. So this PTO shaft has a protector on it, and back in the old days the PTO shaft was just a solid metal shaft, and there's been many people that were injured, like a shirt or a belt, a long belt hanging off, or just anything loose clothing got into the shaft and would wrap up and pull them into the PTO and really hurt some people. A lot of people have been killed with this. So they started putting these PTO shaft protector on, and this basically just rotates freely on the PTO shaft and keeps that from ever happening. But you need to maintain these. On each end, there's a grease fitting, and it's just a plastic grease fitting, but you put your grease gun on there and you push grease into this, and what it does, there's a little plastic race in there, and I got grease all on my fingers, but there's a little plastic race on the inside, and that keeps that lubricated. If you don't put grease in this, eventually that will burn up and literally melt off. There's one on both ends. Just my tractor tip for the day. I am sure my number one most asked question on the channel is, can you make money with your tractor? And probably my number two most asked question is, how much do you charge per hour? Well, let's break that down. How much is it going to cost to get your tractor to the job site? You have to think about mileage, wear and tear on your vehicle, and insurance. Once you have all that together, you need to figure out how much it costs per mile to tow your tractor. You guys stick with me. I promise you I'll get to question number one. Can you make money with your tractor? Once you know how much it's going to cost you per mile to tow your tractor, then you have to figure out how much it's going to cost per hour to operate your tractor. This is going to be an average. You're going to need to know what your fuel consumption is per hour, and the only way you're going to know that is to study it with your tractor. A common mistake is forgetting to charge for your implement as well. So what I mean by this is you need to assign an hourly cost for each implement or attachment that you use on your tractor. So if you have a rotary cutter, then you need to charge so much per hour for the rotary cutter. If you have a tiller, it needs to have so much be charged for it per hour, because these things wear out and need maintenance as well. I'll use this job as an example and show you my formula. So Chuck calls me up and says, "Hey Tony, I need you to till my garden. How much will that be?" So Chuck's house is about 15 miles from my house. So this is my formula. So it's 15 miles going to Chuck's house, but I got to go both ways. So I multiply that by 2 and I charge $1 per mile. As we said before, the tractor cost is based upon many factors. Let's assume that your tractor costs $20,000 and it has a life expectancy of 5,000 hours. So that means you need to charge $4 per hour just for the replacement cost of the future tractor. If I take my tractor in for service, it costs about $500 for every 250 hours of use for maintenance. You can knock this down a little bit if you do your own maintenance. But for this exercise, we'll say you bring it into the dealer. My tractor burns about 1 gallon of fuel per hour based upon what I'm doing. So we'll just say an average of 1 gallon per hour. Could be more or less depending on the implement pulled. Fuel runs about $3 a gallon right now, so we'll just say it takes $3 per hour in fuel. Now y'all hang in there with me. We're going to get to it, I promise. The last part of the tractor cost is the surprise cost. If you run over a piece of steel and cut a tire, you got to prepare for that and have some money put back for it. So charge a little bit on each job for that eventuality. Using this formula, my small tractor costs about $14 an hour to operate. We've talked about transportation costs. We've talked about the cost of operating the tractor. Now let's talk about people costs. What does it take for you? What are you worth per hour? So only you can say what you are worth per hour. You have to make that determination. For my area, I charge about $20 per hour. This jog costs about $30 for mileage, about 1 hour's worth of tractor time, $14, about an hour and a half of human time chaining it down and doing the job. That's a grand total of $79. The expenses that no one talks about. Insurance. We need a little bit of insurance today because of the world we live in. If we tear somebody's property up, they're going to expect to be compensated for it. If you have a business, you're going to be expected to pay taxes on your income. If you don't pay your taxes or if you don't have some insurance, this is what we call here is running dirty. Now it's time to answer the question, can you make money with a tractor? Well, the answer is yes and no. If you manage your cost and pay attention to the details, you absolutely can make some money with your tractor. If you just wing it, guarantee you're going to lose out. Hey, don't forget to make your customer happy.